What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all having a great day. And if you're new to the channel too and want to hit the subscribe button, that'd be awesome. Next week, when my friends and I are free, we are finally going to be dropping in the built RB25 Neo into the R32 Skyline. But in this video, we need to do the final preparations, and that is to install the new clutch kit and mate on the RB25 transmission. The RB25 Neo is finally ready. On my off days, I went ahead and finalized the power steering pump for the Chase base kit. Got a port blocked off, got the banjo fitting installed on the other for the AN lines. For the turbo and external wastegate, I got some steel barbs for the boost solenoid installed, ready to go. And then, as you guys know, in the past couple of videos, I went ahead and finalized the vacuum system for the fuel system. And to those who don't know, I did pick up a twin plate clutch. I went with an OS Geiken STR2 CD. I think this clutch ran me about $1,200 all the way from Japan. Shout out R32 Japan for everything you do for me. Here's the part number there if you need it. Also comes with a specific throwout bearing for the OS Geiken twin plate, which we'll have to install on the RB25 transmission. And I visited Albert the other day and picked up a metal 24 spline tool, which you need to install these types of clutches. Since the tolerance is super tight, you can't really get away with the plastic ones. And for hardware, you guys should know we are running full ARP on everything. Got the torque specs there for these 6 bolts, and here's the part number for those who need it. We also do have one last part for the RB25 transmission from SpeedTech Racing Automotive, all the way from Australia. And here we have SpeedTech Racing RB25 race spec locked out shifter. We have their shifter return dual spring kit, as well as their Paranite gasket for the housing. Only the absolute best for my R32 Skyline. I believe this ran me a little over $700 shipped, but this is super cool. So essentially the shifter is a lockout shifter, like I just mentioned. It is a short shifter, which I believe is 30 to 40% shorter than OEM. Up here, you engage it by pushing on this button up top, which engages this pin so you don't accidentally shift from 3rd to 1st or 5th to 1st. Super notchy, which I like. Then this is essentially a gasket to keep out heat. And then we have our upgraded shifter return spring kit. A big shout out to SpeedTech Racing. Moving right along here, just now my brother and I got the RB25 Neo in the garage, ready to get the clutch and transmission installed onto it. I already went ahead and removed the shifter plate. 4 bolts here are going to be 12 millimeters, and then your front bolts here, are going to be Torx. These are going to be a Torx 40 or a T40. If you're like me, I had to extract mine out. And now we have this exposed. The bolts on the left and right side are going to be 27 millimeters. Go ahead and remove those with the spring as well. So the shifter return springs, you utilize a dual spring setup. So I'd imagine one goes in like so, followed by the other. And now we'll go ahead and put this backing plate on. Just got the mounting surface clean. Now let's go ahead and install our new SpeedTech shifter plate. Alright, just got done installing the shifter plate and am currently mocking up the SpeedTech lockout shifter. Looks and feels amazing, honestly. If you are going to be running this setup on your RB25 gearbox, you will need to notch the pin holder ever so slightly. As you can see here, it is hitting this thick plate, but a quick Dremel should clear this up pretty easily. But looking good. So at this moment in time now, I'm going to go ahead and install the flywheel. I did put on the plate here. Definitely put this on first before you install your flywheel, or you are definitely going to be having a bad time. All right, let's go ahead and get this twin plate clutch disassembled. And just like that, we have the twin plate clutch disassembled. We got the flywheel here. I went ahead and took a picture of the correct orientation on how to reassemble this, starting with 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Got the ARP hardware ready to go. We still need to install our throwout bearing, which I'll do next. And we also have the ARP hardware instructions. Looks like we need to pick up some Loctite 242, which I believe is like a medium strength Loctite, and then the assembly lube, which we have, and it looks like we're torquing these to 95 foot-pounds. Alright, just got done installing our OS Gaikin twin disc clutch. Was pretty straightforward, honestly. Again, for the flywheel bolts, if you're running the ARPs, you are going to want to torque those down to 95 foot-pounds, and I did a start sequence 6 times to ensure everything was tight and locked in. Reassembling the clutch was pretty straightforward with the metal 24 spline alignment tool, and then getting all of the high tensile bolts on was pretty straightforward as well. All of these need to be torqued down to 13 foot-pounds, and we did the specific sequence twice, and now everything lines up. At this moment in time, I just need to throw in the new throw bearing on the 25 gearbox. We can stab in the gearbox to the motor, get all the bolts torqued to spec, throw the starter in, and next video, finally get the motor into the R32 Skyline. Ladies and gentlemen, I definitely should have filmed this last part, but my brother and I finally got the RB25 gearbox stabbed into the RB25 Neo. It was a pain, even though everything was lined up. I know some people, the gearbox slips in, and people like me, first timers, it definitely put up quite the battle. But we finally got the gearbox stabbed into the Neo, and I'm incredibly relieved. Took about an hour and a half. Again, these splines were fighting us, but I made sure nothing was damaged. Got all the bolts to the bell housing torqued down to spec, and according to the Nissan manual, they're going to be 36 foot-pounds. Everything is seated. I went ahead and put on my Phase 2 motor Big Juicy starter. You can get this on Terra Firma. I believe this was $175. You can also use a Nissan lip fork starter that you can get on Amazon, but definitely do your due diligence. And I got the shifter on since I do need to trim up the pin holder here. And just look at this throw. It's third, neutral real quick. Oh yeah, see, I can't shift down because I gotta trim this thing right there. There we go. And with the shifter springs in, like, this thing is tight. Got a good tolerance there. And again, everything is bolted up, ready to go. The next step is just to do another once over on the motor. Gotta make sure some of these ports here are not Loctited, are thread sealed. And then I gotta get clamps for all of the vacuum lines. But other than that, guys, the 25 Neo is now ready for the Skyline. Not much preparations I need to do in here besides remove the power steering lines. Everything is ready to be dropped in. And on that note, everybody, before I pass out, just want to say a huge shout out to all you guys for the continued love and support. I hate to leave it off on a cliffhanger like this, but definitely next video we will be putting the motor into the Skyline. I do need to run to the hardware store and get bolts and nuts for the transmission brace, but I will go ahead and do that on my own time before we start the next video. But guys, finally did it. We're so close. Dropping in the motor should take, I would say, an hour with 3 people, just waiting for a handful of my friends to be free to help me with this. Everything's ready to go. Again, just need to triple check all the fittings, all the lines, all the bolts, all the good stuff, and then next video we put the motor in. And next week we drop off the Skyline again to GSK Fab to do the intercooler, intake, and downpipe fabrication. But thank you again, everybody, so much for the continued love and support. And if you're new to the channel too, want to hit the subscribe button, that'd be awesome. And remember, aim high, drive low. Catch the next video. Take care.